Alright, so got the air cleaner off, and this is a 1405. It's a 600 CFM manual choke. And the whole choke assembly here has been removed, and then it's been wired open, which they use the choke cable bracket. Kind of ingeniously, actually. I have to give somebody credit for that. It's kind of, it's a hack thing, but it's kind of brilliant. Not going to lie. But, so, no functioning choke. It's got this instead of proper plugs. Yeah, glass fuel filter, fire hazard. We'll deal with that later. So we were talking about the headlights not working. They're vacuum. I'm curious to see if that's why they don't work. Because that's the line that goes to the check valve, that goes to the light switch, it goes up to the front. So I bet that dry rotted pile of crap is why it doesn't do it. And then here's the vacuum modulator line for the trans, and it's like electrical taped on. Oh, and that fitting's loose. That's cute too. What else do we have here? There's all kinds of stuff going on here. Obviously, this mess has to get resolved. All the HVAC is gone. No heater, no nothing. Seeing there's no heater hoses, this would technically make things bypass the pump, which would also help us get hot. On all of our race motors, we run a very similar manifold and similar pump. I'll actually take you over to the late model and show you. This is plugged and this is plugged, because these are, one's an outlet and one's an inlet for the heater. So if you don't have a heater, you're just bypassing, and it's not getting actual use. So those will become plugs here in the future, because I'd like to put a new pump, like I said earlier. But let me go show you on the late model so everybody knows what I'm talking about. All right, so we run a short pump, but you know, so basically on Maurice's car, a long pump, you got your fitting here, and then your fitting here. We use it for a temp sender. But as you can see, they're plugged. And theirs usually comes out. Can come out here. You know, it's a pretty standard issue, but you don't want that loop. So, all right, so another kind of big issue is this car's got a TH350, and it's got the part for the bracket here for the kickdown, but there's no kickdown cable anywhere. Like, it's not even in the car. That's not good. The car needs a kickdown cable. Wow. So we have to look into that as well. I mean, I'm just going through everything, so I want to make sure we get everything kind of under the hood, sort of figured out first, before we rip into things. But we got to get parts quote together for what would become phase 1. And then I just noticed this. That's some squirrely work on the firewall. Wow. Wow. The longer I look, the more irritated I get. This belt, by the way, we're going to get a shorter belt for that, so this adjuster's in the middle. I know you said this is loose and all. Well, what we're probably going to end up doing on this hose is we're going to come off of here with a 45, because this comes out at a 45. And we're going to go straight across over to here with a 90. Right in. We'll have to make that with silicone couplers and hard line, but that'll be okay. It'll be a lot better than what we have now. There won't be a chance of an air pocket, and we might even actually be able to throw in a cap in it as well, or do the high cap like you saw on the late model, which would help tremendously as well.